on a Friday night here at the Slater Family Ice Arena. We welcome you all to the final home game of 2025. I'm Dan Ridenour, joined alongside a very special guest, goaltender for the men's club hockey team, and Riley Martin. Riley, thank you so much for being here and joining me tonight in the booth. And
of course.
I got to say, what a beautiful suit you got on tonight getting in the holiday season.
Thank you so much. Yep. Let's just say I didn't come with this suit on, but I took it from one of the nice teammates because I said if he's going to be on the ice, I got to wear that nice suit. So we got to get festive. And I unfortunately left mine home, Dan, so that was my mistake, but I got to get festive tonight. So.
Is that so? I mean, unbelievable, though. Bowling Green trying to come into tonight and just grasp another victory, coming off a sweep against Indiana Tech. That was a huge amount of time that they had, and then just able to get it right back in and then get it rolling along. But, you know, you look at it right now, Bowling Green having 4 wins on the year, trying to get number 5 tonight.
Yep, exactly, Dan. I mean, I think this is a winnable weekend for us tonight and or this weekend, and we might get another sweep, and that would be awesome. So.
Well, and you know, you don't want to think that far ahead, though. You kind of got to take it day in and day out and look to see what you're going to get and what you want to actually, you know, take through with it. You're going to find what is going to be available to you, and you're just really tonight you're going to have to take any opportunity you can. And, you know, you've played in these games against Dayton before, Riley. Kind of, what's been your perspective when you play them?
You know, it's just for me as a goaltender, it's just shot by shot. You know, I just take one shot at a time. But you know, they're not bad last year, and we split with them last year, and I think it'll be some competitive games for us here. So.
Absolutely, too. Now let's take a look at the opposite end of the rink. The University of Dayton Flyers, who are in their all-navy uniforms here tonight for the road. They're 5-11 coming into tonight, and they really need to get a victory here. They're going to have 2 back-to-back home-and-home series. They take on Denison. That's going to be in the 18th, though, so just like the Falcons, after this weekend, they're going to have a long, long Christmas break. But we're not going to see Bowling Green back at the slate for the rest of the for the rest of the year at all, as 2025 starts to come to a close. It has been a memorable year nonetheless, but you know, you're going to start wrapping it up and going from there, and the next time we'll see the orange and brown is going to be in Denver, Colorado. Is that right?
Yes, that is right, Dan. It's going to be nice and warm in Colorado for us.
Well, I'm not sure if warm is the right acronym there, Riley, but you know, I've heard the mountains are beautiful. I've seen photographs, you know, so really looking forward to that series. Currently in the works to see if we're going to be able to broadcast there happening behind the scenes. We'll let you know when more information comes along, but Dayton right now really looking strong currently. They need to get the momentum. They've scored 57 goals this season, and they've given up 82. So kind of in a similar situation for the orange and brown, where there's just not really quite a median between the goals they've had and the goals they've given up.
Yes, exactly. I would say that was perfect, Dan. I mean, you put it perfectly right there, and that's why I think it's going to be a great matchup tonight for us. I think it's going to be a close one. I think it's going to be tight all the way through, or maybe the Falcons can get a couple on the board and just take the game away.
And they're going to really have to just get it from here. And I mean, you look at the strong guys. You're looking at Ryan Hoover. You're looking at Mark Rudo, the support system for the orange and brown, the support system that you just take in and day out. But also seeing the Bowling Green Falcons having a very deep bench tonight, dressing more people than they normally would. I mean, you're looking at the guys they have currently, though. Ryan Budai is out with an injury. Yep. You are semi-out with an injury. But, I mean, beyond that, though, just a deep bench for the orange and brown tonight, especially with the forwards. And, you know, with your perspective, when you kind of have to work with the offense, what do you see going on with that?
Offense referring to Dayton or us?
Us.
Us. So, yeah, I mean, I think the first thing, the most important thing is just getting that puck possession, and then second would be just getting it deep. Just get it deep, you know. We don't need any stick handling in the neutral zone. Let's just get it deep, get it in there, and then go from there. But I think if we just keep everything as simple as possible, you know, don't complicate things, I think things will go our way tonight, Dan.
And the simplicity, that does sound like a great way it's going to go, just the simplicity of this game, and you got to look at it. And then last year, you have more insight on it than I do, but the lone win last year for the Clubbers was against Dayton. So just, like, how did that feel when you defeated them last year? And just kind of walk us through how that happened.
Well, Dan, all I got to say is we needed it. We really needed that one win last year. I mean, we would have been some sad spirits, some sad souls if we got no win. So we really needed it. I mean, brought us together as a group, and, you know, hopefully tonight we can get another one against them. So.
And that will do it. Just here you go. You got to be excited. Just looking forward. The anticipation is underway, and here we'll go. We got around 1:50 left in the first period. So as we kind of start to wrap up this pregame segment a little bit, Riley, just kind of what are your final thoughts and conclusions? Maybe some keys to the game if you'd like to throw them in there.
Yeah, I mean, kind of like I said, just keep everything simple. We're getting to that end of the year. Guys are getting hurt, me included. That's the game. That's hockey. It's a tough game, rough game. And a couple keys I would say tonight is let's stay out of the box. That's going to be my first. Let's stay out of the box. Let's stay clean tonight. Let's play hard but clean. And then, without saying it again, let's just get it in deep. Pucks deep. That would be my second one. And then third, most important, have fun. Have fun out there. We don't get this. We get 4 years of college. We're very grateful to be playing this game, so we just got to take it all in while it's here.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Just 4 years, and you get it along just like that. Around less than a minute now to go before we get to the national anthem and starting lineups. But overall, really, a lot to anticipate right now. And you talk about that lone win of last year, and you talk about how you've been able to get the momentum going this year and get a little bit more on your plate than just one win. But overall, the more I kind of think about it, tonight is really a big game, a lot of anticipation, getting closer to Christmas. So I bet that's how you want to start off the holiday season is with a victory. And you knocked on a couple keys there, and then a couple that I thought of is just don't give up. What we saw with the Indiana Tech series, being down, and then the hometown kid, Ronan McLaughlin, getting one just right out of nowhere, and taking the big hat home with them was really just a spectacle to broadcast with Tanner in the corner. And you look at that, you just can't give up. We learned that time and time again. You can't give up. You got to keep fighting. So that's a key that I'm going to like to throw in there. So now here we'll go. You love it? Well, I love your suit. We'll get that going. Maybe have some action in the intermission. But anyways, we're going to be right back as we proceed with the national anthem and the starting lineups. We will be right back. Don't go anywhere. This is BGSU Club Hockey here on YouTube. And a quick turnaround, and we are back at the Slater Family Ice Arena. I'm Dan Ridenour, joined alongside Riley Martin, and here we go, getting ready to drop the puck and get it started. That line of Hoover, Higgins, and Rudo, and then McMullen and Granica to support on the defense, and we will be right back off it as Dayton's going to take that one down right in, trying to get the huge rush in there as that one will go into the corner. Tom Rutherford trying to chase after that as it'll get broken out, and Hoover will be there to take it back and through. But now this is going to go high out to the defense. Brett Smith going to get the pass out for Dayton as Hoover's going to get a little bit of a knock. That puck going to the corner. Rudo going to be chasing after that one deep against Smith, but it goes right back in. As that's out to center, Granica going to pick it up now, looking for somewhere to go. He'll find Higgins. Gets it across. Higgins, though, the big knock. Going to go right after that on Umhofer. And here it goes. Rudo trying to go up to the defense. Scholze not in time after the change. He's got Owen Bentley out there for support, so that will find its way through, and then the puck will be intercepted by Rutherford again. His 14th game played so far this year. Play going right back and now going to Bentley as he'll get that over and across. C.J. Brown going to try to get a bit of a rush out into the neutral zone. 3 Flyers right there, but it'll be picked up, and now it's going the opposite direction.
Oh.
Federico in front, and then not quite. Norkovicius stands tall, and Kleinow has the puck. So back into the corner now, Updike and Kleinow there as it's cleared. The pass out and intended was going for Jackson Red there.
Get it in deep. That's one of the keys there, Dan.
Exactly, and there goes Updike trying to chase right back after it. Uppy going to take it into the corner, going for that one is
Nice
a little
icing.
bit of a mix-up, but a huge clear and a big icing to get it away there and just try to start this game off on a positive note.
Yes, sir. I'm liking it so far here, Dan. I mean, it's going both ways so far, but we're getting it deep. I mean, Jack Kleinow's going to win this face-off here, and then we get it back to the D, get it to the point, and get shots on net here. I mean, that's our big keys tonight. Ooh.
And then there it goes.
Oh,
CJ
good
Brown
shot.
with the quick shot as that one goes right back and through.
Short side.
Another short side shot. Say that 10 times fast, but there it goes.
Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it, Dan. That's too tough. There we go. Another face-off for Jack Kleinow.
Kleinow going to take that one right through. Brown and
Ooh.
Updike getting mixed up just a little bit as this one will be taken right back and away again. That one in front, though, Updike going to be forced to chase that one right back and out as this one's carrying it on again, just into the corner, battling right back and
Pushed
through. There's
out.
going to be Tavian Parks, who's able to clear that one out for Dayton. So now here it goes as that one's right back out in front. Updike now, he's got two on him. Going to try to get it past, goes to the left side. Will fumble the puck, though, as Declan Pluis is able to chase that one away. Liam Conway, though, that one goes right back and out to Carter Gata in center as he'll get the lone clear on that and keeps this one going away. So McLaughlin will now have the puck looking for somewhere to go. He's going to go cross ice past the stick of Kiesel. Hand goes up and the icing is waved off, though, as Kiesel's able to try to rush in there
Ooh.
quick. Onto the stick of McLaughlin. Shot, though, just out and high. Going the other way.
Good shot by McMullen.
17 minutes and 20 seconds remain in the period. A bit of a trip up there as McMullen tries to get that one in and then takes it back to the corner. Gobble, pass out in front, intercepted by Burns. Going to get the pass across and then taking it back and through will be Parks, but McMullen will stand in there first. So the puck is cleared and taking it back away, and we're going to have our first stoppage. 17 flat remains in the period. Take it away, Riley. What'd you see?
You know what? Not too much I can comment on now. We need a little bit more time for any of that goodness, but, you know, I'm liking it so far. I mean, Mitch hasn't seen too much rubber so far. You know, usually for us, you know, the BG clubbers here, I mean, there could have been 2 or 3 breakaways in that first minute there. So I think we're playing good D right now, and we're playing structured, so I'm liking it.
Well, and this one will be taken right back away, trying to get somewhere along. Kiesel now going to have the puck.
Oh.
Going to get knocked, though, as he'll find it to McLaughlin, who also gets hit. A big physical couple moments. McMullen going to try the rush, intercepted by Patton. Second on the team in goals with 4. High shot, not quite. JT Webb steps in for support. Loses the puck as now Dayton will take it on after. Going to be McClemens with it.
Take him.
And then gets across, going the opposite way, trying for it, but not quite, as this one will just be taken back and through. Dayton still battling for it, not letting this one go anywhere. Granica now going to take it right back and behind, chasing back and through. Webb now has it on his stick, trying to find it to Filer Johnson. Puck intercepted, going to be picked up by Rutherford. Rutherford, the shot on Norkovicius, the rebound into the corner. Rutherford looking for his 9th goal of the year, but not
hit.
quite. So that one goes out. The shot tried right in front, not quite. Going to be Max
save.
O'Connell with the attempt. So this one going right back out. Filer Johnson and JT Webb there. Over to the stick of Granica. Going to try to pass that one out and through. Going to be just broken up just barely, though, as this one gets taken back and away and goes all the way to defensive territory against Dayton.
Whole
So
line
cross
change there.
pass. Bentley with a bit of a shove. Going to go over to Mark Rudo, who now has it behind his own net. Pass out in front. Hoover, the intended target. Intercepted. Went from 1-10 to another 10 as it'll go to Liam Burns. So into the corner, battling now. Bentley trying to get possession of that puck. Higgins in support. Rudo just acting a little bit high there, trying to get the loose puck. Still Schulze and Hoover out there. Pass though in front. Not quite going to pull it through. Brett Jones just a little out to the left, and Norkovicius will make a save. You know, we talk about Norkovicius a lot, what a great goaltender he is. A .867 save percentage on the year, and he's just going to add another one to the tally.
Yes, great goaltender, my freshman roommate, so we go way back.
Well, and quite a distance, too, between Livonia, Michigan, and Plymouth, Massachusetts.
Exactly.
But you make it act like your neighbors.
Yep, exactly. Somehow we meet each other. The first day we met each other, we found out we had the same birthday.
Really?
So that's just a fun fact for y'all.
Well, and they'll share the same birthday 5 minutes into the first period. This one going right back and out. C.J. Brown going to be the closest orange and brown there as that one gets past the stick of Kleinow. Trying to get that one back and through again. Burns going to get the pass over, looking for it. Right in front, the shot going
Good
wide
block
out.
by Owen Bentley.
Bentley using his frame there to get in front of that. The freshman out of Buffalo, but still it takes it through. And again, Scholze with the puck on his stick out to the hand of Burns, as that'll get a little bit of a knock as that one's chased right back after there. They're going to take it away and through.
And it was a high stick, so then Owen, that was weird there, folks.
Well, and then nonetheless, just taking it right back and through again, going right back out. He's got Scholze there as an option, but he'll find a gap, and that will be an icing. So eventually called, but in the 6 minutes we played so far, what have you seen? What have you seen, Riley?
I'm liking our play. I mean, recently these last 2 minutes, Dayton's kind of been in our zone mostly, but I think that start, we had a good start, and that's huge for us, Dan. I mean, we need, that first minute is huge for us, and I think we had a good, decent minute. So I'm liking this period so far. It's going back and forth, so this is good hockey.
Well, and that'll go to Bentley, able to get the clear out and takes it out to the front. Kiesel going to be heavy on the forecheck. Goes to a different 27, though, as that one will take it right back and along. Gobble chasing that one into the corner.
Loses his twig.
Going right with Meichenbaum there, but still going to find it to Liam Conway. The defenseman going to be pinching a little bit. Chooses to dump it in, and he's not giving up anytime soon. Conway, though, goes left, puck goes right. As Gobble's there for support, Conway goes back into position. Dayton going to try to start the breakout. Leaves that right side open. Gate is there. Kiesel can't get there in time. Puck is dumped into Conway. Conway able to get that one across. Kiesel going cross ice. Puck does not go into the bench as that one will take its way all across the opposite end. Gobble there trying to get some support. JT Webb just barely misses his stick as that one goes in as well.
There we go. Good D. Good D.
And so Webb looking for his second goal this season. Loses possession. Had 3 Flyers in front of him, but still isn't able to find his way back and through as that one goes past to Patton. Granica going to try to get that to Patton. It'll go off the man's stick. So there it goes. Tanner Amos into the corner. Going to try to kick this one out.
Ooh, blocked.
As McMullen shot's blocked. Goes right back. The BG boys looking for it. JT to Tanner. Tried that one. Not quite. Now the rush will go again. Granica there, trying to keep him from going in. Amos was there on the support. Trying to get a back check going as Dayton going to try to utilize the D-to-D pass here, as we've seen them do quite a bit already today. Max O'Connell was the one who passed that. As we'll try to go D-to-D and then up to the winger. Amos trying to fight for it by the Buffalo Wild Wings sign, taking it back and through again. But the puck in front just past Norkovicius, finds nowhere to go.
Hoover getting physical.
As Hoover,
boom,
as we've seen quite a bit, getting physical
Here we
already.
go.
McMullen now, the man on a bit of a rush. 12 minutes remain in the period.
Good
as
shot.
That one gets back and through again. And so nonetheless,
stopped by Granny at the point, takes it.
And Granica tipped in front, trying for it as that will go. Rudo now has the puck, chasing right back and through, off the skate of McMullen, trying to find somewhere else he can have it. 11:44 remaining in the period.
Sent out. Owen Bentley will retrieve. Sends it right back up to Mark.
As
we
this
have
one
3.
Will continue onward now.
Good move.
Higgins now having it, chasing back and through. Really looking for the momentum here as this one will go. Scholze right in front,
block.
able to block the puck, eat it there. Umhofer with the attempt. As we will stop play there, and now 11:19 remains. But what did you see so far there, Riley?
I don't know, Dan. I mean, I think we're playing the best we can right now. I'm not seeing a lot of mistakes. I mean, we're getting it deep when we should. JT probably could have got it deep there because he had no support. But, that's little things that, nothing happened from it, so can't get negative on it.
And a very even matchup so far, but this one will go 11-14 and counting. Now going on a rush. Updike going to get a bit of a shove there, as that'll be Burns with the puck, able to get it up. Burns now on the left side, trying to get that in. Scholze knocks it away. Bentley picks up for the clear. as that one goes right back and out. Brown tried to get a pass
Ooh.
through, and the hook going on Brown, but not quite. Nothing called. Past Brown again. As now Bentley will have it. Goes D to D, trying for something here. Scholze going to go cross ice, finds it on the stick of Brown, just right off though, like butter. Brett Smith picks it up for Dayton, intercepted though by Updike. Getting into the corner, trying for something now along here, as that puck just finds its way into the corner, and we'll continue it on. Brett Smith loses possession of it and then takes it over to Tom Rutherford. Smith gets it right back again behind. 10:25 and counting remaining in the period, as we'll take this one
that.
Here.
Behind the scenes, CJ ripped the stick out of the Dayton goalie's hand. I like that.
All right, he likes that, but here it goes now. A bit of a rush trying back and along in the defensive change as Gata and Conway will get out there trying for something here. Gata loses possession, but is still able to keep it for Bowling Green as Jack Kleinow now has it behind. Out to Gata again, trying to start the breakout. A heavy forecheck so far today for Dayton, but it might come back to haunt him. At the pinch, though, was high, and out off the skate of Kiesel takes it the opposite direction.
They have numbers.
And then Gata trying
Good
for
D.
something here. Looking for it, Jackson Reed. Is that one in front? Loose puck tipped.
Oh!
Faking it out.
Squeezed through Mitchell's legs and was barely pushed to the right of the right post. Whoa, that was close.
Well, and this takes it right back
Boom.
forward again.
Oh! Shot up high for Ronan.
But still it goes.
Oh, no.
And then a bit of a breakout past McMullen as this one's going the other way. Looking for something along here. Going to try to get the shot.
Good.
2-on-1 in front. Is not going to connect. Bowling Green.
McMullen takes the net out with him. That's a good defensive strategy right there, folks. Take the whole net out. Can't score when the net's not in. Very smart.
Well, and still just, though, keeping it.
Oh, Ronan's getting into it with some Dayton guys now. We're getting feisty on the ice tonight.
Well, but just a really even matchup so far, and just seeing a lot of that, continuity between these two teams, especially in the fact that, just going heavy on the forecheck. Seems like Dayton's doing a lot of that tonight.
Yeah. Yep, a little bit more than the Falcons, but, we're still getting our chances there. But, we just need, I want a little bit more crashing to the net, because then if there's that rebound sitting there, we got to be ready for it.
Well, and here we'll go right back again. Seth Gobble, the freshman, going to look to take the draw. Bowling Green in their home whites here tonight, taking it away and through. Kiesel now has possession of it, tries to get that over to McLaughlin. No high stick called, able to keep it down in time. So now this will go right on back and keep it going. So this one going to wait for it back again. Long pass going to be attempted as Dayton trying to get somewhere for Meichenbaum, but this one will go out as McLaughlin's able to get that one on net, though, and they're going to keep it waiting. Tanner Amos, though, heavy right now on a forecheck. Granica staying a little bit back. Filer Johnson and Patton will follow out there for the offense. Keeps it in the zone, not quite, finds it out. Burns picks it up, dumps it in. As this goes to the corner, Aiden Granica now going to find somewhere he can have it. Goes out to Burns again on the defense. Beautiful pass in front.
Good
Pass
save.
Norkovicius, no, sir. As
Good save, another one.
Well, here it goes. Granica, the 17 on 18, battling.
Another one. Let's go, Mitchell.
On Mike McGaughan. But
Little pushing and shoving for Bentley. 3 great saves by Mitchell.
Absolutely. Just you look at him and you can just see the big part of this Bowling Green game, not only tonight but throughout the year, has been the goaltending.
That's a big part. If you got good goaltending, you can get a little bit more confidence on the ice. You can start doing crazy stuff. You say, hey, we trust this guy in our net, and, we feel good with it. So,
well, let's not try anything too crazy yet as that one gets shot and out. Going right back to the corner, chasing for something out here and again. Patton looking for a potential pass as that one gets past him, though. Under the skate, though, of Filer Johnson out to Bentley, but able to get the clear. So now Filer Johnson will have it on the far corner. Amos stays on side. Puck bumbled a little bit. Amos tried to get in there, and now he's got a sea of blue right on him.
yes, somebody help him out here, folks. Ryan, get in there. Help Tanner out.
Well, and I think we have a bit of similar circumstances on this as a former defenseman and now a current goaltender. But when you see a guy trying to chase in heavy, being a goaltender, what's going through your head when you see those situations like that? And just walk us through it.
Dan, to be honest with you, I'm ready for impact. I'm getting ready for impact. If he loses edge, I'm getting ready for impact. Him coming in as fast as he can, full momentum, I'm getting ready for it. First, I'm looking for that save, of course, but you got to always be worrisome if they will just come right into you.
And McClemmon's going to try to take that the length of the ice. Will lose possession of it. Now we're going the opposite direction. Ryan Hoover, the number 6, trying to take it on and out here, but keeps it in. Higgins, though, able to be on the support as this one will take it back and away again. So right back out to Scholze. We'll take this one away, but still nonetheless, this one going back and through. So now Hoover still heavy on the forecheck. Bowling Green doing a lot more of that tonight than we've seen.
Yes, I'm loving the pressure.
This one goes right back and out. Going to be looking for something along here. Umhofer going to get the pass right out, looking for Rutherford.
There it is.
And a wild
What did I say, folks? I said get ready for a collision. And that's what just happened. Hopefully Mitchell is okay. He is a big guy, so I think he'll be all right.
Looks a bit
We're
shaken
tough
up,
guys.
but 6:50 and counting remaining in this first period. Taking it in, though, is Rutherford. Going to be broken up just a little bit. Updike going to lose possession of that one. Chasing it right back and through. Rutherford picks it up from him. And so that one going right back and out in front. A bit of a screen. Norkovicius the save. So Norkovicius getting screened, and he still makes the save.
Great save. That's good positioning there. Good positioning there, folks. I can tell Mitchell isn't too happy right now from that collision. I don't think he's loving that. And then there goes Aiden Granica checking up on him, seeing if he's all right. Shaking that right leg out. I think he's all right, though. If it was serious enough, he wouldn't have been able to get up. So if we can get up, we can use adrenaline, we can get through it.
And Tim Whitehead currently serving as the backup for the Orange and Brown. Has played in around 2 or 3 games so far this season. Started all over as Brown gets tripped up, taking it right back and through again. 6:20 left in the period. Taking it back. Kleinau, though, an interception. As CJ with him passes it. Nowhere to go as Brown will fumble that one away. He had 2 Flyers right on him. Not much he can do. Granica there, too, starting to bunch up. But Dayton's going to try to slow things down here. They'll take it into their own possession and gets that pass out and away.
And they're calling that ice.
We'll have an icing.
No change. Get back out there, 24.
And so McLaughlin forced to stay. And he'll have McMullen, Kiesel, and Gobble with Granica as well. But still going to try to find something along here for Dayton as so far just a very evenly matched game so far. Normally, whether it's in favor or against the Orange and Brown, we get a goal by now.
At least. Good shot, good rebound. And he was there for it.
Well, in a close one, though, not quite going to.
That's what I was saying with crashing the net, Dan. You never know when there's a rebound, and if you're there for it, boom, put it in. Dirty goals. We love them.
Well, it was in a close one and a good bit of a shot there on McLaughlin trying to get that one through, and Gobble lining up at center again. We've seen him do that quite a bit so far this year. Has been a strong piece to this Orange and Brown team, as there'll be a lost possession there, and then it'll go back and away again, trying for that one. Granica gets it right back and out. McLaughlin going to try to find it away to Gobble, as Gobble now has it on the left side, taking it back and through. And then a pass at McMullen, though that one goes into the stands.
Get ready, folks.
Well, and someone just got a souvenir.
Yep, flying projectiles. Be ready for it.
Well, nonetheless, here we'll go right back for it again to get this one away. Gobble going to look for another draw here with some support that he has, but nonetheless, we'll be taking it right back and away again. As this one going
ice.
Yep, going the length of the ice, as that will be another icing call, except this time it's going to be on Bowling Green. So now we'll wait for it back in again. The energy is there and the momentum, looking for what will come next. And going to have a little 29 on 19 action as Gobble going to go against Federico on that. But McMullen going to pick that one up, loses possession though, as that one's taken just right back and away by Jackson Reed. And Reed going to be the one to dump it in down onto Norkovicius, taking it away to McMullen. McMullen going to look for something along here as Granica will now have it and takes it back and away. Just right under his stick as this one gets it right and through. Looking for something now as Hoover going to try to get that out to RFJ, as now Filer Johnson going to try to get the shot on net, and it's not going to go anywhere but the chest.
But keep doing it. We like shots on net. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. The more, the merrier.
Well, and you talk a lot about in the beginning of the year, the shots on net was something we mentioned a lot.
Yeah.
How have you seen kind of that just either improving or is it staying the same at all, Rob?
Oh, wow. He might have took a shot to the face, Dan. But no, I think it's gotten a lot better. I think, the more comfy, more comfortable we've got with each other on the team here, not a lot of guys knew each other as a, very new team. And I think just, throughout the season we've got closer together.
And Norkovicius to make the save there. Brett Smith tried to go the length of the ice to Tavian Parks, and that will find nowhere except the glove of Norkovicius. But, just talking about it a lot, and we'll get back to it just right now. The shots on net, though, they've just only gone up from what it seems like from the beginning of the year.
Oh, yeah, for us for sure. And then for the other teams, usually by now there'd be 20 to 30 shots already, and it is not like that. So that's what I was saying with us getting more comfy. We're knowing how each other play, and it's getting better. Here we go.
And now JT Webb going to be looking for somewhere, keeps it on his stick, goes over to Filer Johnson. Tanner Amos stays on side, but Dayton going to get a quick rush going the other way, looking for something here to see what they can get, but looks like it'll be nothing as that goes over to Tanner Amos. He'll have to battle that one heavy against Parks. So right now into the stick of Rudo, or his hand, and then he takes it away with the stick. Pass through it again. Rudo now the shot gets in front, and then that's away. Tried to deke and held it too long. But now here it'll go right back again. Dayton to get the puck. Pluis getting heavy pressure on Hoover. Rudo on his stick. Puck knocked out. Back in Hoover. Yeah! Hoover! The goal for Hoover! Number 6. Gets his number 7. Take that away, Riley.
Ryan Hoover. I told him before the game, I said, I think you got one. We're 2 in you. And look at that. He already has one. So, that is our enforcer. That's our main man. We give a lot of trust. We put a lot of trust in him. And that's what he does for us. So, great leader for us.
The man who leads the orange and brown, and not only goals now with 7. He just extends his lead on that, but also penalty minutes. He has 49 so far this season. We'll see if he can crack the 50 mark tonight, but here we'll go right back again. Rudo going to keep that line out there as that one goes out, and now Gata going to be pressured on a rush with Conway. Just finds the gap, though, and takes it away from there as this one will continue on. Rudo looking for some options. He's got a couple down low, trying to find some.
Nasty hit. Dirty.
As the fan in the corner's looking for a hand and looks like he'll get one.
Yep.
We're going to find our first penalty of the game. 16 minutes and 59 seconds into it. And here we're going to take it away. It's going to be on Max O'Connell. He's got 0 points so far for his career, and we'll just take it from there. But
yeah, I think the father in the corner, he was putting up 5. He said he wanted a 5-minute major he wanted. We're not going to get that, unfortunately, but it could have been. It could have been. That was all numbers there right from the backside. That's why the Canadians on their jerseys got the stop sign on the back. Pretty much tell you, hey, that's dangerous.
Yeah, you see that a lot in junior hockey, and looks like Rudo just lost his feet a little there, but also just the pressure right on his head. Is no 5-minute call, though. That'll be just I believe that'll just be a minor for cross-checking, but now nonetheless we'll be right back into it again as this one will go. Scholze going to play the long-term game, taking it along and back the other way. But now the rush will begin. Kleinau going to be trying to use his speed. Loses the puck, though, and loses it away. Hoover the boom!
Into the bench. I couldn't get it in time, folks. I'm sorry, but he went halfway into the Dayton bench, his own bench. That was amazing.
And Hoover there with the knock, going to get that one away, and we'll take it right through and again.
Oh, Ryan just gets hit behind the play. That could have been a penalty. And he puts his hand up to his ear. He says, I want to hear it all. Well, Ryan says, I want it all.
Well, now nonetheless, though, 2 minutes and 12 seconds remain in the first period as this one will go away. C.J. Brown now has it and taking it back and through. Brown trying to find the gap, holds onto it, shot, though, into the chest. And that'll be the end of that discussion.
I might say one minor detail that I might, suggest the team after this period. I might say, guys, let's shoot at the pads. Let's go low. Let's go low because that's rebounds. That's rebound. You don't know where the puck's coming out. But if we're shooting at the stomach, good chance of nothing coming out with that.
Well, and we've seen the chances so far with the game so far, but Granica is going to take that one down low. Look for something else he can have, as that's the one-timer by Mark Rudo. Going to be blocked, though, as that one's just the opportunity. Unfortunately taken away. Granica forced down low, but now 46 seconds will remain in the O'Connell penalty. So McMullen going to be the target, goes out to Higgins. Gobble stands tall just in the center. Higgins now going over to the right, looking for something. Bit of a Gretzky turn, gets that one out to McMullen. But past him it'll go. McMullen forced now on the pressure. Going to have to get a play going as he's got Reed right on him. As Granica gets that out to McMullen. McMullen keeps it out, just going to throw that one away. 20 seconds now remain in the O'Connell penalty, as that one will go out to Mark Rudo. Rudo now just going to choose a bit of a rush, going to try to find something to go in. He's got Gobble with him. He's got Higgins, who's trying to act right now currently, going in front, but taking it away again. He's got Gobble as the F3. Looks like the F2 going in there for Higgins, taken away. McMullen, though, and Granica's there for support. Holds it on his stick. He'll now go in. Granica now going to pinch the shot off the pad. Tries to get his own rebound.
Yep. Where'd that shot go, Dan? Pads.
It sure did, but now nonetheless this one will take it right back and away again. Kiesel now has it on his stick. Looking for somewhere to go. He's got 40 seconds remaining in the first period. Trying for something away again. Conway going to let him go on by on that. A little collision into the referee. Takes it away from here. JT Webb heavy on the pressure as this one goes and away again. Conway going to take that into the corner, though. Kiesel now has it. Looking for an option. High pass goes through the skate or through the feet of McLaughlin. As
Last
that
15.
one. Well, now here it goes. Conway going to be heavy on the pressure now. Taking it right back and through. Gaeta going to wait for support. Less than 10 seconds remain now as this one's taking it through. McLaughlin knocks it away, and Conway looks like he'll just end the period on that, and Webb will hold on to it nonetheless, and that will be all for our first period. So just what was kind of the main thing you saw there, Riley, just throughout the period, and a big opportunity now. Bowling Green will come into the second up by 1.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great period for us, Dan. Stay out of the box. That's the first good thing. And then only suggestions would just be, let's just keep our shots low and let's just crash that net for those rebounds, because, you know, in ACHA, you got to have a pin-perfect shot to go clean on goalies, or you should. So, you know, the more rebounds, the merrier. I mean, I think we should just try to go for the pad shots and just try to get some dirty goals. So that would be my 2 cents here, Dan. But I love the period.
Love the period indeed. The dirty goals are on the way, and we're going to conclude our action now. We're going to be right back in just a little bit for the second period of action, so don't go anywhere. This is BGSU Club Hockey here on YouTube. Welcome everybody to the second period of play as we get right back into it where we originally began, and now just back to the grind and get back to the swing of things here. Really need to get that momentum and get it going and continue on the pace of play and set the tone as we have seen a lot today. I'm Dan Ridenour joining you. No sign of Riley Martin yet as he's currently taking a break, but we have a new addition in Ryan Shostak, who is going to be on camera this period as it was Riley in the previous go at it. But here we go, a big goal by Hoover, his 7th of the year. Puts the Falcons up by 1, and we're going to get started here by who else? Then we'll see that line of Hoover, Higgins, and Rudo. Looks like we're going to see Higgins here take the draw. That one goes back to McMullen and going to be knocked just a little bit, and then Brett Smith there was the one who had it on that, and we'll be right back to it again as this one going right back and out through again as we'll have our first whistle of play, and going to be stopped there just 13 seconds into it, and look who showed up. It's Riley Martin in the Christmas suit.
How we doing, Falcon fans?
We're doing really well, and looks like a lot of positivity. Loving to hear you back, and you know, we love having you up here in the booth.
Thank you. I love being up here, Dan. It's a great time every time we're with each other doing this, so I am very grateful.
Well, and we'll take it through, and again, looks like Granica's able to get a piece of it and get it into their own territory as now Dayton's forced onto a breakout. Brett Smith going to get the pass out to Declan Plews as that one's out and away. Trying to get it though, Rudo almost gets a stick on that and going to find somewhere else it can go. Plews now going to have it on his stick. Trying to get through two, he'll get past McMullen and Higgins in front. Shot high, tried to get in the corner, and Norkavicius doesn't even hit the net as now Rudo will have a 2-on-1. He's got Hoover with him. Hoover stays onside, able to fumble it, and no, excuse me.
Wow, late. Very late call there, Dan.
Exactly, that's what I was thinking. They're going to call the offside nonetheless. You saw Hoover trying to use his entire frame to stay onside. Now, from what you saw in the booth, was he offside?
Dan, from our good perspective up here, he may have been. But the late call, if, you know, the one ref calls it good, I mean, you got to just play it. I mean, you got to go through with it.
Well, the countless times that I've been there, but nonetheless, that'll go from Bentley to Scholze to the length of the ice. That's on net. No icing called. We're going to continue play here at the slate as this one going right back out for Dayton, going to find somewhere to go now as this one goes right back and through. In front and Kleinow. Scholze's knocked as this one gets it taken away. Max O'Connell, the only penalty so far today, going to find his way in, but we through Norkavicius again in front. Puck knocked loose, and then that's taken away. We're going to see Updike now with the puck for Bowling Green. He'll take that one in and away through it. Not quite, as now it's a heavy rush with him and Kleinow.
Great save by Mitchell there. That's going to be an icing here, folks.
Well, we're seeing a lot of this back and forth, just icing, it feels like. Seeing a lot of that today. If you'd like to walk us through, Riley, what you think it is, or just, you know, any comments you have.
Yeah, so it's either going to be they're just missed passes, they're trying to get to their guys, and it's just going all the way down, or, you know, guys are getting a little nervous, a little scared, and they're just throwing it. They said, let's get it out of danger, just throwing it.
Dayton getting closer and closer to the danger zone by the minute. Still a very close game, but as time starts to wind down, you're going to start getting a little more pressure on you as this one takes it right back and away. Reed going to get that on front to Gata as now McLaughlin's able to get the dump in. Still the
no stick for goalie, Dan.
Oh, yeah, you see that. You got to look, and the good defenseman there going to just chime in and help his goaltender out. Federico going to be the man who does that. And speaking of which, he'll get karma. Federico, though, tried the puck and then gets knocked. McLaughlin there as that one going right back and out, going to go to Gata as Gata uses his hand, tries to get that one in there and not quite, just going to go a little bit out to the left as Conway will get that one knocked past him. A little bit of 14-on-14 action as Jackson Reed gets into there. And Conway going to continue a bit of a pass out. JT Webb there. The shot off the blocker. In front is Webb, and the glove save is made.
And it's loose. I mean, that was an early whistle. Dayton goalie shaking his head, didn't like that. I mean, that was a little iffy there, Dan.
A close one indeed, and just something you kind of want to process. And
see, if I'm a player there, Dan, I see that, and the goalie has no idea where the puck has gone after the shot. I mean, I'm just throwing more shots on him. wherever, whenever, different angles, all sorts of stuff.
Well, and looks like in net we finally have confirmed is Jacob Dold, who starting out the year was #1 on not only the T's website, but also ACHA, Elite Prospects, all that was #1, currently wearing number 30, as it's him and then Dom Grimaldi, who is on the bench right now. It has to be him because, I mean, looking at how many games he's played in here, he's played in the majority, currently as a 5.70 goals against average, though, so far this year against Dayton, and a below 900 save percentage. This one goes out to Filer Johnson, looking for somewhere.
Whoa.
Patton, the intended target. Patton offside, and the whistle will stop. Just an unfortunate turn of events there, Riley.
Yep, exactly. I mean, just bad bounces. I mean, that's the game of hockey. That's why we love it. Anything can happen whenever.
Well, and you got to think, too, if I'm playing out there and I'm Coach Harper, I would much rather just take an unfortunate offside like that as opposed to when you have a rush and it's just you're blatantly off by a mile and you just stopped your team from getting momentum.
Exactly.
As McMullen will knock that away from Norkovicius, keeps it in play. Higgins going to try, or excuse me, Filer Johnson going to try to get that one in there, and a whistle will be blown again. Another offside called here, back for it again.
A lot of offsides, a lot of icings, a lot of whistles.
Which, do you think that affects the game at all?
I think it really does, Dan, because, you know, when there's not a lot of whistles, you're just playing. You know, in the flow of plays, it's there, and it's nonstop. Guys are changing, going, and, you know, we get out of here sooner, too. So,
well, but so far the first liners and one of the most dominant lines on this Bowling Green offense going to be out there now, and Higgins, Hoover, and Rudo, but that one going to be taken into the corner. Nobody on that near side here. But we'll be right back for it again. Bentley going to back up with Scholze.
And
as looks like we'll have, you guessed it, another stoppage of play. We're going to have 16-13 left in the second period. Well, and how about that? A conference matchup back for it again between these two teams. One of them flies as an animal, one of them flies as a plane. How about that?
Yes. But both in the sky. Here we go, Hoover.
Well, Hoover trying to get the chance. Scholze in front, bit of a screen. Hoover using his body to try to get in the way of that one, but we'll continue along just like that, and here we'll go back for it again. As this one's now out in front, waiting for somewhere to go, is going to be Brett Jones, as he'll have an opportunity just going underway, but now the momentum going to be shaken up just a little bit, as now this one will go into the corner.
Unfortunately not kept in. Dayton is coming back.
As now they're just really trying to find something, looking for it. That's going to be Brett Smith, that number 26, who's trying to get it. Norkovicius, though, going to just keep things stopped, and we'll take a look now. I want to see your opinion on this, Riley, looking at the standings right now in the TSCHL. Just seeing how this goes. Bowling Green currently with 6 points, Dayton's 11. Just that 6th and that 7th just spot in the standings right now. And, you know, I don't want to make a joke about it, really, but you're looking how close they are and kind of that gap. Something we were seeing a little bit just earlier in the year between Bowling Green and Denison.
Yeah, I mean, better. We're doing a lot better on the rankings, you know, than last year. So now we got to just think positively and say, hey, we're in it. We're in a wild card spot, and now we just fight. We fight to make playoffs, and that's what makes it fun.
And now 15:28 left in the second period. We're gonna stop this conversation and pick it up on the ice. Conway going to try to get a clear on that, and he'll find it right through and again, so forcing Dayton to go right back and out. Liam Burns going to get the D-to-D passes. They're going to go right up to the winger again. Gata not quite able to keep that into the zone, but he'll regain possession of it. Throws it away to Burns. Burns to Kleinow. Kleinow now trying to get that one in. The shot going to be just a little bit high. That could have gone in. Just went off Dold's glove, but here it'll go again. Brown going to try to get that one back through, but not quite, as Kleinow just barely misses that one as well. So now here it goes. Max O'Connell going to try to get that off the shin of Gata. Going to find somewhere out in front again through the skate of Brown and through his stick also. As now Dayton's going to try to get it past in front. A little bit of a rush past Gata. Into O'Connell. Loose puck and a score for Dayton.
Got to cover him. Got to cover him here, Dan. He was all alone in front.
And
I mean, that's
wow.
a no-no.
Well, what about that? Charlie Snyder. Looks like he'll get credited for the goal. That's going to be his first career goal, as he's a junior playing for the Dayton Flyers. He's got 1 assist so far in his career, so now he's got both with 14:36 left in the second period. And just a wild bounce, and Bowling Green's been trying it on the opposite end of the ice, but just a heavy screen there, and it's going to go against the Falcons and Orcovicius.
Yep, I mean, as a goalie, Mitch did his job there. He made that first tip save, which was very good. That could have went 5-hole. Made the stop, and then that's where we need our D to come help us out.
Well, and we'll take it away from here, getting it into the corner, just looking for somewhere else it can go. Pluis going to look for the pass out, not quite going to find anybody. That gets past Kiesel, and then Sarah will go again. Bentley, though, able to get a good knock on that one, trying to find somewhere else that can go. And so a little bit of a rush, just waiting for Bowling Green right now. This one going to go on to Jacob Dold. As we'll continue it along here, and then going across, waiting for it again, and then needing something. Going to be a bit of a breakout, goes in the favor. Going to be Jackson Reed as that one's in front, picked up by Bowling Green, and then taken right back and through. Trying to get off the pad of Norcovicius, and now Kiesel's just going to get a little bit of DC action. Gets it onto Dold, almost picks up his own dump, but won't be able to. Amos now heavy on the forecheck. JT Webb going to be coming in for Kiesel. Going to put him out there with Patton, going to keep Granica and Bentley as well. As that one's in front, Bentley able to knock it away. Amos gets it out of the zone. Trying to get that in front. Wild puck, though, just going to go right past Norcovicius. Is that going to be just a shot and wide and out by Jackson Reed? As this one will be taken right back for it again. Going to go away and then picked up. And now the shot and the opportunity, just Amos takes that away from Federico.
Ooh.
That one looks like it's close, but that'll be ruled onside. And then down low, Bentley going to be giving some heavy pressure now to Mike McGon.
We got to get it out here, folks.
Really do, as this one just continues on, and we'll wait for it again, but now waiting for it, and the shot just going to be wide and out. Nowhere to go on that one. So there it'll go, intercepted, and an offside by a mile. That's going to be just taken away there.
We needed that whistle, Dan. We needed that whistle. The guys were getting tired. It would have got more dangerous and dangerous. So Mitch made a couple good saves there to keep us out, so that was good.
Well, Tavian Park's going to be the one who does so. So we'll get it away here. 12:45 left in the second period as time will just tick on down. But now Mark Rudo with the opportunity in front. Just try to get the shot. Standing tall is Dold, and we'll continue and roll along the way here. As this one will go, just trying to get this one down and in is going to be Mike Baum for for Dayton, as this one will go. Conway going to try to get the dump in there, as this one will take it away again. Just waiting, as now Rudo going to try to get the opportunity in a way, not quite. Ted Scholze going to find it in the corner. Looking for something away here. That one gets past Hoover, as now they're taking it away and through. So now this one getting taken right back and away again. Not going to be able to connect anywhere, as now this one's just going to be a bit of a dangerous situation. Conway there, though, picks the puck up. As now that one just finds its way to the corner, going to be Higgins. Higgins able to get the dump out, as this one will be just intercepted and now taken away by Plius. So a bit of a mix-up and a turnaround, as now Mark Rudo going to be trying to get this one out of the zone. And he will, but not for long, as Brett Jones is able to get a bit of a knock on that, and now it's moved out right and away. Scholze now has possession of the puck. Ted Scholze going to try to get that one in. Going to be chasing after his own dump. Going to need a forward to stay back here. Looks like it's going to be Higgins and Gata, the two Buffalo boys, or two of the four, I guess, going to be staying behind.
Ooh, 1D out right now.
But now a
Grady's
rush
getting back.
as Granica gets back in time. He's got Kleinau with him. Going to try to force him out wide, and he will, as Granica takes on two behind. Higgins going to be there as well with Gata. As now Gata going to be heavy on the rush. He's got it going. Now looking for somewhere. Looks like he's got room in front. Wild puck going to be picked up by Dayton, though. That's going to be Charlie Snyder. As Kleinau is going to try to keep it in the neutral zone, out to CJ Brown. Taking it away through in here again. Going to keep the momentum going, seeing where it will result as this one goes and through. Wild puck in front. Takes it away as now Gata playing high. The defense really today have been pinching heavily as Updike the shot. Wild puck in front of the save! Jack Kleinau gets it robbed.
It seemed like Jack got too much mustard on that shot, folks. I think if he got a full blade on that puck, I think that would have been through the net. But I think the goalie got a little lucky there. He's not his head. He thinks he's hot now. So we'll take that away from him with another goal.
Well, that was just a beautiful save to stretch it out and take it away from there. And well, now you're tied up. You're looking at where it can happen now is Kiesel's shot just going to be high and out. And now McLaughlin going to have it, gets a little bit of a knock as that one gets it taken away again, as now there's a bit of a rush going for Charlie Snyder. He's already got one today, looking for his second career.
Great defensive play by Carter there.
Data playing heavy on the defense so far today. You got to love when you see it.
That's on net?
As that is on net indeed, and we'll see where else this one can go, but looks like not really much of any room, but 9:55 and counting left in this period. We'll continue it away from here. Trying for something now, battling into the corner.
Seth's going to dump it in here.
Well, just, you need to get that. You need to get that momentum and just try to start it away, but now it'll go. Filer Johnson going to be there. Gets a little bit from behind as he'll get the knock and away for it again. And now a bit of a rush, though, going the other way for Dayton as Bentley is in there, though, to combat it, and so is Filer Johnson. As this one will be Dayton going on the far side. Looks like that'll be Conway there with it. As Conway gets a little bit tripped up. And now looking for some breathing room and a potential opportunity between them.
Johnson takes it in, still has possession. Taken out of the zone here by Dayton. He's got some wheels. Oh, great defensive play by Owen. Well, puts his body on the line.
Well, really been using that physicality, but now this one will take it away again, looking for something to go. Liam Burns, one of the stronger defensemen. He's got 3 points so far in the 15 games he's played. You got to look at him when you're talking about strong Dayton men, but that goes out. Schulze intercepted, and that's going to be in front, and just a knock gets it away. And the goal scored for Dayton. Jackson Reed.
Pushed out right to the middle there, Dan. That's what we can't do. When we're in our zone like that, it's high off the glass. Or again, we would have rather taken the icing there. We would have taken a whistle, but right in the middle, that's not what we need, and then ended up resulting in a goal for Dayton.
Well, an unfortunate turn of events here, going to switch things up and away as run halfway through with this second period. As this one's just going to be knocked right in front. Higgins going to just get a quick dump into that and not really look, just tries to get it in, get a rush going as Granica's able to keep that one in. That one,
wow,
going to go high out to no man's land.
Off the ceiling, almost into the net. Now the goalie's coming out. Oh, he broke his stick. That's a couple $100 buckaroos for you.
Well, and especially, you know more than anybody, goalie equipment is not cheap.
No, and I mean, unfortunately, our job is to stop a hard rubber disc. And stuff breaks. Stuff will break. Is the name of the game. Hockey is not a cheap sport to play.
Well, and here we'll go, getting it right back and away again.
Oh, block.
This one's in front, and yeah, you're talking about the block, just a heavy screen so right now on Dayton. As that one from Conway to Granica, just not quite able to hold on to it as Aiden. As that one now goes into the corner, waiting for it, and another goal scored for Dayton just right on that one, and we'll take it away from here. As really just a rush trying to go for Dayton again, as Conway going to get that one dumped in, but you know he's behind just the line right out in front, and that's going to be a costly mistake as now we're going the opposite way, and Norkovicius is going to be seeing some more puck here.
Yep, and he's ready for it.
Well, so we'll just take it away and hope for the best if we're Bowling Green. And
best thing right now, Dan, I think we got to just tie it up, or at least get it out of our zone, start getting that pressure in their zone, and just get it out of ours. Just keep it out.
Well, and we'll look for the pressure away here, and you know, talking about the momentum and
one back. Oh,
but
pushed out.
That's going to be a huge opportunity. Max O'Connell just loses a little bit of his possession as that one goes out and through, but O'Connell going to get that one back. 17-17 to Granica. As now Rudo able to get it, and then Hoover going to pick it up out to Higgins again. The shot going to be high.
I would have liked to see a pad shot there, Dan.
Well, I know you would. We've talked about it all day. You got to get on those pads in the rebound, but now Dayton going to get a rush, and Norcovicius will just have it in his glove. And Conway going to get into a bit of a scruffle and duffle on that one.
And that's the roommate right there, Liam Conway, protecting the goalies. Always love to see that. Keeping the goalies protected, keeping that blue paint protected. Well, in the Slater Ice House.
I'll get back to you on that in just a minute, but now here we go. Looks like we're going to have fresh legs out there and getting it away again. Kleinau going to go out to Gata, as now that one going to be cleared heavy and out by McMullen, and looks like we'll have another icing call here as if nothing happened. Just 10 seconds removed from the clock, and we're going to be right back at square one where we just were.
Yep.
But, you know, as I was asking, just if you had to look at this team right now and change one thing, what would it be?
I would just say our aggressiveness. I mean, I want to see a little bit more, you know, rubbing the body on the corners, on the boards, the half walls. I want to see some hits here.
Well, it looks like we're going on a heavy streak out for C.J. Brown, just trying a heavy forecheck, or as you call it when you're young, a cherry pick, but now it'll go and gets it right back and away again. Brown going to have possession as he'll lose that just out of nowhere. Looking for it will be Tom Rutherford, who is going to step up there, and now going to be Charlie Snyder, that number 15 with the puck, takes it away again. So that goes out to the neutral zone, chasing it through, but looks like Kleinau's on the forecheck there and then just dumped right in as if nothing happened. So now that'll go right back and away again. Puck going to be a little bit high here. Updike going to be chasing right after it, but looks like you're going to have some more on him, and Norcovicius the save.
Good glove there by Mitchell.
Well, and now we'll get the line change. We'll get the aggressiveness, and
oh, we're going to have that, Dan, with number 2-4 out there.
Ronan McLaughlin, that was one I was thinking of, but
oh yeah,
if you're going to think about a little bit of a quote-unquote Kobe combination in him and Owen Bentley, the 28 and the 4.
Exactly.
Bentley's a big guy, and he's not afraid to get in there.
Nope, not at all. We like that.
Well, and that puck's just going to be a little bit loose and knocking it away, but as we're talking about, looks like Bentley just gets a little caught up. Nothing to occur from it, though, but now 6 minutes, 7 seconds remain in the period. As here we will go just...
And another point here, Dan, why this game is so important is my other housemate, Nolan Penn. If we get to 5 wins, he's cutting his hair, so we need this one.
Well, and now it'll go again, but looks like we're going to have a bit of a streak here and a bit of a rush. Going to be Kiesel with it. Drops it back. McLaughlin into the glove of Dold.
Good shot. That was a good shot, good save. Nothing we can say on that one. It was a good play. Drop back to Ronan. Good shot.
It was a great play and a good opportunity there for Bowling Green. It was the right play to make, but, you know, you take a guy like Jacob Dole, just what he's doing, a little bit of a chip on his shoulder right now, looking to get back to 500, 2-3-1 on the year. I mean, that's kind of a difficult goaltender you're going to want to face, but we'll get right back to it again. This one going out in front, a little bit behind Bentley as he'll just dive out of nowhere off the post. That one will go, not quite. So Tavian Parks, the number 27, going to be just a little bit there and short, but still going right back and out. Gobble going to be behind as this one will take it through and away again. Kiesel now has it on his stick. Just going to steamroll there, trying to get past Burns, as now this one will go away again. So now this one getting across. Scholze able to get a knock on that. Goes out to fellow Ohioan and Filer Johnson. Puck riding the line, not quite in. Amos needs to get on side before anything, but now this one will go right back and away again, get dumped in, as now Dayton going to be on a line change there and ices that one. And, you know, I don't want to be that guy, but why are you going to ice it? Maybe he had just too much pressure on him, but is that a situation where you want to ice it, or do you just want to take it?
You know what? Like the European hockey, they like the possession. And, you know, he could have, you know, that's all right play. You know, it gets a stop on the play, gets everybody reset, but he could have, you know, took it back to our zone, just restart, get a restart button, but let's see how it ends up. Well,
4 minutes, 53 seconds remain in the period. Bowling Green had a 1-goal lead coming into the second period. Dayton able to notch 2 out of nowhere as Brett Smith will now have it. As Tanner Amos giving him heavy pressure. Bentley going to change out for Granica. Hilton and Ted Scholze will be the defensive pair right now. As Scholze is able to keep that one in the zone. Going to be battling heavy though as Tanner Amos gets it under his stick and then out to JT. JT with it. Gets it in front. Amos though past his stick. And nowhere to go as McMullen gets out there. And wading through and back again. Just going to be holding on to it.
Ryan getting some pressure in there.
Filer Johnson, another physical force in Bowling Green right now. But as we talk about physical, Hoover going to be getting into that one and wasting no time nonetheless. So the rush will go. Granica now has it, waiting for somewhere he can find it. McMullen, though, and that's out to Higgins. Higgins would have been offside if he got that, but still, nonetheless, here it'll go right in front. Brett Smith had the opportunity, and then that goes out to Tom Rutherford, and then Smith picks it up again. So behind the net's going to be Brett Smith looking for somewhere to go, can't find anywhere. As the clock will continue to go down, Bowling Green a little more desperate now than they were. Charlie Snyder, though, had that, and then it goes out on the opposite way to Colin Unhofer. And just in front and nowhere, looks like in front, finds Norcovicius' 5-hole. That's Tom Rutherford, his 9th goal of the year. I'll let you take it away, Riley.
Yeah, I mean, once again, Dan, nobody in front. There's nobody in front. We need somebody to support Mitchell. He can't be all by himself. I mean, he was in no man's land there, so I mean, it was a good move, good goal, all by himself right in front of the net. I mean, it's the best opportunity you want in hockey. So
it was perfect timing for him, and defensive-wise, too, you got to think about it. Just the way he was, I mean, that and the back door are the two that's just going to be your Achilles heel, and then just, I guess, a little bit of the cherry on top for him was just finding that 5-hole and taking advantage of Norcovicius, as now Liam Burns is going to have it, gets it in front, and then Norcovicius able to get a save there.
Ryan Hoover's getting into something here.
Well, you already know Hoover is from Southern Ohio, roughly around that region of Dayton, and maybe he's got some beef to try to finish up. And, you know, he's got a lot to share, and he's just running his mouth. And you know what? I'm going to tell you, him and Colin Umoff are getting into it. I doubt they're talking about where they're going to go to dinner, or like a Guy Fieri Flavortown, if you will.
I don't think so, but, you know, we would hope for the best. But, yeah, I don't think those were any kind words there, Dan.
Well, Kleinau just tied on the team for leading assists. He's tied with Higgins so far this season with 5 total, as we'll resume play. And around just a little under 3 minutes now remaining in the period, as we'll get this one away, as now Updike gets that one out. Brown has an opportunity, going to stop just right around the offside dot and takes it away again. Conway going to try to get that one in, as this one will find its way through. As that one gets past Kleinau, but now picked up right in front, and that puck going loose and out, but not to the back of the net at all, as Federico going to make the play in the feet of Conway. It's 14-on-14 action as he gets into it with Jackson Reed. And then Conway goes down as well, but now here it goes. Kleinau now on a rush, trying to go out, loses possession of it though. That'll go to Federico on Dayton.
They're going to look cross ice here, yep. Oh, we like that?
Well, just went just right back and through. Not quite able to continue it away, as now Bentley going to be just nabbing at that, trying to look for somewhere right in front, not quite, as Scholze's hitting up heavy. He's all the way high up there at the blue line, as he'll go right back down now. But still, nonetheless, Bowling Green playing very deep in their defensive territory. But that one going to go right back in front. Updike going to try to use any speed he's got to battle Burns for that puck. No icing called. Past Updike, though, the play will go to Declan Plius. But now it'll go again out to Meichenbaum, as now he has the puck, taking it away through and again. Past Scholze, in front off Norcovicius, not into the net. And just a good eyesight there by Mitch, as that one will find its way through.
Might have got him right in between the eyes there, Dan. Might have caught him right in the mask. Well, good breakup by Ronan here.
Well, and now you got to just take it away again. Looking for this rush here so far for Dayton on what they want. And you're going to find something. Kiesel going to get this one back and away again. Around 1:10 left in the second period, but now we'll take it through. So now this one goes. McMullen able to keep it in. Let's try to play the rest of the second period in Well, just right as I say that, a rush for Dayton gets past to Norca Vicious, but able to stand tall, and we'll find this way through. And again, Kiesel trying to get the sauce right out. And now it's going to be on the stick of McLaughlin. He's got McMullen there on a heavy rush. Fumbled by McLaughlin, now less than a minute to go. Waiting for it back again and going to continue the momentum. But still just into the corner, battling for it and back again. As Dayton really just going to hold on to this puck and not take any risks, as now they'll just knock it on back, as that one will go to Brett Smith, and then this one goes and right back again. Keeping it though, Dayton in their offensive territory looking for an opportunity as that one goes out, intercepted in front. Not quite the shot, as that one's just taken away into the corner. That's looking for it away here.
We needed to get it out there.
And just that will go out, but you could say that's a little too late there. An unfortunate turn of events, as that'll be all for this period, and really just an unfortunate period, especially if you're the orange and brown.
Exactly, Dan. I mean, really, I think we're playing pretty good. It was just, we were making a couple mistakes in our, in our zone here, and just leaving people open, and that'll do it. I mean, just a couple mistakes in hockey. If they take advantage, they can get a couple goals, and that's what they did. So hopefully in the third here, they'll give us a couple mistakes back, and then we can get some chances and get a couple goals back. So.
And you got to be thinking too, those goals really came off of in that period for Dayton. It came off the screen and it came off the defense. You look at the way it's going, the first goal that Dayton had, it was just the screen. Well, that's going to happen in the game of hockey, but you keep it looking along. You see one of them just go right into the 5-hole of Mitch, which he does all he can do, but the defense is playing so high up in the defensive zone that you just don't have anywhere else to go, and then you keep it going along, and really just a screen so far against Mitch, and just overall the defense has been struggling a little bit in their own territory.
Yep, so I think, our D just need to come through for Mitch here in the third, give him some support he needs. Mitch has made some big saves for the Falcons tonight, and I think he's been doing all he can. So in the third here, we just got to get pucks on net, stay defensively sound in our own zone, and make sure we got a defenseman back, and then just keep poking away at their goalie.
Sure do, and that's really what it's going to come down to overall, is just what you want to see and how you're going to get there. And you can get 2 goals in a period. Dayton just got 3, so this is nowhere near over. We saw that too against Indiana Tech, just the overall energy and momentum they had, especially late in that game. You thought, well, maybe you're going to split the series with them, but no, you take the sweep in the second game. But overall, you really needed that, and you were able to get it. We're going to have to see a similar situation here tonight.
Yes, sir. Exactly. Very doable. Only 2 goals up. I mean, we can come back very easily. So I'm excited for the third here and for what the Falcons can do here, Dan. So,
well, and here you'll go. Only 4 periods of hockey remain in 2025 for the Orange and Brown. Only 1 at the Slater Family Ice Arena. But that's all we're going to have right now. We're going to be right back in just a moment as we'll get set and going for the third period of hockey. This is Riley Martin. I'm Dan Ridenour, and you are listening to, or watching really, BGSU Club Hockey here on YouTube. And here we go, right back for it again. Going to be just a quick turnaround. Is now going to be on my own for this period by the looks of things. But now 19:55 remains in the third period, as we've seen all day today. Just that quick, just going at it, just not a real big flow of play. Just a more or less just a, you're going to play 10, 30 seconds, then you're going to play another 10, 30 seconds. A lot of whistles today that we just talked about, and that one we're going to go into the corner as they'll take right back from Granica. The intended target was Hoover. Looks like he's not going to be able to find that. Brett Smith, that number 26 was the one going right after. Is now this one just going to stop right there. 19:39 left in the third period.
Good stop by Mitch there. Good stop by Mitch.
Well, and you know, that's what overall, you look at kind of the situations he's been put in today, but Norkovicius has really been keeping the Falcons in this one.
Yes, I would definitely say so.
So this one going to get right back and away again. The intended target trying to get that one out and through to Umhofer right in front of the net, but not quite able to, as a diving stop by Norkovicius. The puck was a little loose, so it seemed like a quick whistle there. But I guess that kind of makes it even, as we saw one down there going with Jacob Dold.
Yep. We'll give him and take him. We'll take any nice whistle like that, you know, because then they had a wide open net there. So we'll take that quick whistle.
Well, and we'll get right back for it again, as now 19:20 remains in the third period, out to the neutral zone. And Dayton really forcing themselves into their own territory, as Brett Smith going to try to start a breakout with 19:11 left in the third period. Puck knocked, though, to the neutral zone, as a bit of a collusion as Hoover tries to get in there and going right after it and just got knocked right in, as we saw Charlie Snyder just getting sandwiched in that one. Now we'll have 18:55 remaining in the third period, and Mark Rudo going to have it. He'll choose to just dump that one in. It's a bit of a hit, but will withstand the pressure. So now Rudo going to chase after the puck. He'll win that battle. The puck goes out, though, and gets past not just Hoover and Kleinow, but Bentley as well, and going to force Scholze to retreat. Kleinow, the intended target, not quite on his stick. Goes out to Mark Rudo. Rudo holding on to it, able to get it down in, and he'll take a moment to get off the ice, and we'll see C.J. Brown get in there. It looks like Brown's going to be the one to keep this puck in the zone, as he'll have it on. Evades a hit, not quite able to evade the second one, as that one will go past to Updike. So going right in front again, going to see some more momentum now. That going right back for it again, going to try for something. Brown, the intended target, goes right back and through. Off the stick of Kleinow, going to be ruled all good, no icing called. Kleinow going to try to rush in. He's going to get a bit of a sandwich. Kleinow knocked and hit heavy. No hand will go up for the penalty. We'll stay on 5-on-5 right now. And here it'll go again. Dayton now on a bit of a breakout, going to take this away. Max O'Connell had it, then he's able to get a drop pass. Tries to get it in front. Loose puck picked up by Updike. Bowling Green has it. And looks like a bit of more of a collision, as now Kleinow now has it. Going across, Ted Scholze. Heavy pinching for the defense. Passes that one through and in. Going across, the shot wide to the left. No one there to support. Forces Gaeta and Gobble all out. So now this one going right back in. Another bouncing puck picked up by McLaughlin. Going to be trying to use his frame here to get this one away with Plius, but still, we'll get it going. McLaughlin now has it down low. One-timer attempt to Gobble, not quite. Just Gaeta, though, able to put that one in front. Gobble was another target. Gaeta gets that in. Gaeta gets hit heavy, as that one goes out to Seth Gobble, who's battling down right in the corner for that. And
he needs support. There's Caleb coming in.
Well, and Kiesel going to try to get support. Gets his stick a little bit high. It looks like that's going to be what he's called for. And an unfortunate turn of events that we just see out of nowhere.
And I was just going to bring up Dan. I was loving the pressure we were having in their zone there. A lot of good opportunities, throwing it in front. Never know what's going to happen, so that's very unfortunate there.
Well, his fifth penalty here, and now he is at double digits for the amount of minutes in the box. That'll be his 10th. We'll have to take it away from here now. Bowling Green going to be forced short-handed. Nobody on the left wing going to be stacking up Rudo and Conway, with Gaeta for support on Norkovicius. There's that one going a long way now, but Dayton going to be trying to get some momentum on front. Loose puck battling out Umhofer, though, looks like he got a stick on that. The number 24 tried to get his 3rd goal of the year, not quite able to, though, and we'll take this one back the other direction. And here it goes now. Brett Smith going to hold on to it, just gets that out to Declan, and getting this away again now. Going to go past Rudo. Declan still chasing it right in the corner, going along past Granica, going to try to get that one in as he's tripped up, and Bowling Green will find themselves in a 5-on-3 due to the tripping call on that.
Now this is going to be big for the Falcons here, how we take this 5-on-3. Because if they get one here, then it can start going downhill quick. But if we defend it well and they get no goals, then that'll give us the momentum to say, hey, let's go get one ourselves.
Well, currently here, this will go back again. A 5-on-3 situation, not the place you wanted to be in. If you're Bowling Green, you have no penalties all day. You just get 2 right out of the gate. And so now Kiesel and Granica will be locked away, but now it goes. Bowling Green going to force it out as Higgins just gets a stick, not even involved in the play, has to force it back and then shot. Only 2 in the zone as Higgins tried to get it back. Yeah, you can hear you clapping just right in here in the booth, but Higgins able to rush back in time, and Norkovicius to make a big save.
Good save there by Mitch, and to collect his rebound there so nobody else can get a jab at it.
Well, and you got to consider right now what you wanted to do if they're going on there, and just that was one of the best chances you had today if you're Dayton to get a goal. You have 5 in. You only have 2 on defense, but still not able to get a goal as now we're less than a minute remaining in the Kiesel penalty, a minute 30 in the Granica penalty. As there's just one in front, nobody back door as that one's going out and again, and then another screen, Norkovicius to make the save. That one cleared, no icing. Looks like we're going to see Conway. He's holding his arm as he gets off, as Ted Schulze will go out there. Playing a bit more of a triangle as Gobble's going to be forcing that one out in the corner. Taking it away again. Tom Rutherford trying to get something to work here for Dayton in the All-Navies. Trying to get that shot. Just going to be knocked on the far side by Gobble. Still battling behind as that one looks like it's going to be taken in. And then just a high and out shot for Tom Rutherford. So Rutherford, just a quick shot. Declan going to get that off the pass. Wild puck in front, just gets it away. And so it looks like we're going to be almost done with the Kiesel penalty. And he's going to get out there, going to have to skate that one away. They're not going to send him to the bench. They'll just send him straight to the ice. And we'll take it from there. Brett Smith, though, able to get it in the zone and now waiting for a little bit more momentum right now. 24 seconds remain in the Granica penalty. 14 minutes and 30 seconds remain in regulation.
Good out there by Kiesel. Now he can get off.
Well, so here you'll have it. And now Kiesel going to get a line change. Looks like Conway's going to be back out there with Gaeta for the defense. Updike and Kleinow, the 2 forwards, but now it's waiting for it back again. As Updike's going to get some heavy pressure, but still able to hold the momentum going against Jackson Reed. And we'll take it from here away, though. Another rush coming away for Dayton.
Even strength for the Falcons. Great 5-on-3 kill, and now let's go get one.
You really needed to kill that one, and a bit more pressure on you than normal, especially being down by 2 right now. But I mean, just let's get a recap of that going. You're on a 5-on-3. You have a situation where Higgins is forced out in the center, and he's got to take it back the other way. And you just stand strong. And a big part of that, I'd say, is you have to start with your goaltender, Mitch Norkovicius.
Yep, exactly. I mean, I think there could have been even more chances there in the 5-on-3, but our team was able to mitigate that. And the shots we did take on, Mitch was able to stop them. So,
and this will be cleared out by Conway, going right back out now. Kleinow going to have it, tries to pass in front. CJ Brown just gets it. So close, going to miss that, as that will just roll along the opposite way. And going back now will be Jackson Reed with the puck in center, loses it, but Dayton able to keep their possession as that one just goes on Norkovicius again. And we'll have a stoppage of play.
Mitch got that one right in the breadbasket there. Best save, easiest save for a goalie to make there.
You think so?
I do, because, I mean, everything just funnels right in there. If you're positioned well, you should just lay it right in your chest area there and then just catch it right in your glove. Pretty satisfying, Dan.
Well, Webb on the draw, going out with his man he played with in high school in Tanaremus. Patton, the other forward as that's just right in the corner of Norkovicius. Puck is knocked loose. It looks like we're having some arguments going as to
no goal. Ref
what
calls
should
it no
occur.
goal. Dayton is trying to argue that it was in.
Well, let's look at the live stream. That one just goes bounce right by Metzger's, going right back in front. And you know the rule is no matter what level of hockey you are, the ref loses sight of the puck, you got to stop.
Yeah.
I'm debating on whether that ref right there you're looking at on the corner sees the puck still and is able to make a judgment on that, but they're going to say it's no goal.
Yep.
So looks like a bit more of explanation to the Dayton coaching staff as we'll get right back to it again. Conway going to get the draw going for Bowling Green as this one's now into the corner. Dayton still has possession. Gaeta with the third penalty today. Well, that'll be delayed, and that will be a man to the box. Gaeta not too thrilled with that.
No, Carter's arguing with the man he hit, and I'm in favor of Carter here. I mean, I think it was a little bit of a dive there from the Dayton player. I don't think that was that dirty or even that hard of a hit, really. So, you know, that's how you play out. Good strategy there. Take a flop and get a call and get a power play. So, I mean.
Well, that'll be, the hit was on Liam McClemens, that number 20 for Dayton. They're going to rule Gaeta with the board. I wonder if part of that was just the distance, the separation.
Exactly, just how it looked even, you know. So, bad call, but, you know, we got to take it. Like you said, not a lot of penalties the whole game for the Falcons, and now for some reason the third, we're taking them all now.
Gonna try to kill this one just like last, and looks like Federico just wears it on the red glove for Dayton, and you know, I've been there, that hurts.
Oh, it does, yep. No padding there for the players right there, and it'll be a stinger for you, but somehow that gets lodged into the BG bench. And then now face off right outside of it.
We'll just take it away from there and gets it rolling along as now we have an opportunity. This one going into the corner. Looks like Mark Rudo, the lone man, going to chase this one away. Nobody going to be waiting on after that as this one will go. Rudo going to try to get something. Looks like Higgins able to pick it up. They're just going to dump it in. That one goes right on net. There's now a minute 34 remaining in the Gaeta penalty. And we'll just have to play the waiting game, but now here we'll go. Max O'Connell going to have it for Dayton, that number 17, going to get the dump in. Going to see if that's just too hard, but it'll stay in the zone as this one goes right back into the corner now. Granica able to get this one back and out. Rudo able to clear it. Back to back here and some cheering going along, but now nonetheless here it'll find it. O'Connell just waiting.
Already 1 minute here, Dan, and not a lot going on in our zone, so we like that.
Well, Dayton is in more of just a position. They got to play conservative hockey right now and just not take too many risks, but here we are now, 11:48 and counting left in the third period. With this one going, looks like they're going to stop this one just a little bit short than what Dayton wanted.
Exactly, another close offsides call, but refs got the correct call on that one.
And Dayton's been in a situation all day where they've just been just a little bit over the line. They've just been a little under at times, and really that's been the one thing that they got to work on just a little bit, but overall a strong performance tonight by the Dayton Flyers. As this one goes back, McMullen going to try to get a clear, intercepted though, that one by Brett Smith, and a whistle.
Finally a penalty for the Flyers here.
This looks like McMullen was tied up on that one, but we're going to just take another look at this, see what the referee's decision on that one is, and yeah, just takes him right to the ground, a little bit of a tie-up, and that will be gone and away. They're going to give him a holding penalty, it just looks like on that. Colin Umhofer going to go away for his first penalty of the season. And so now we'll be on 4-on-4 hockey for 37 seconds here, Riley.
And this is where we got to take advantage here, Dan. A little bit more room on the ice here with two guys gone, and here's a 2-on-1 for Dayton.
Well, and that's not the way they wanted to begin, but now Declan going to get the shot off Norkovicius, almost his own rebound. Granica almost hits the referee as well, trying to clear that one away. But we'll be back for it again and going into the corner now. Is going to be taking it away, and that one in front. Granica able to pick it up, just going to get that one to Updike.
Celine boys.
Well, now here it goes, as now Updike going to try to get somewhere in front. Granica, the shot off the glove of Dolan, and try to get it more. Gobble in for support, and you got to stay back if you're Seth Gobble. Now Schulze on the back check, the penalty done for Bowling Green, and a goal.
So I thought Granny had a good play there. You know, him and his Celine brother there went on the rush, and you got to pick that up, like you said. I mean, somebody's got to pick up his position as a defenseman, and that did not happen, which led to the breakaway.
Well, and you want to talk about those two Michigan boys just right there. You look at that opportunity, and the big part of that I don't really like is Gobble just going, you got to pinch. If the defenseman is pinching like that, you got to stay back is what I meant to say. And he just gets burned like any cornerback going against Jeremiah Smith, but now here we'll go right again. 10:52 and counting left in the third period. 1:13 left currently in the Colin Umhofer penalty for Dayton, but down 3, Bowling Green going to be in a position that they did not want to be in, as now McMullen going to wait, choosing to go out, going to find Rudo. Rudo, the shot, screened in front. Gobble tried to get support, loose puck going up and high as Conway's able to get back on defense. We've seen Rudo a lot, especially on the special teams. Going to be on the defense as McMullen, it looks more at the left wing, so he's holding on to the puck. As the defense move around, looking for somewhere to go. McMullen, the tip puck loose, and just in front, just past Gobble. Nobody able to get that one through. As a big chance. Just, oh, and Rudo!
That was a great shot by Rudo there. I mean, he was above the circles there, and goaltender there must have been a little off angle, because that went straight in. Lower, too. It was a lower shot. I mean, usually those don't go in, so that might have been on the goaltender there for Dayton, so he shouldn't feel as hot anymore. So, hey, let's get a couple more goals, right, Dan?
Exactly. And that's just what you needed, was that momentum. And right now you're back in the same position you were when you started the period, which is a positive. Now you're only down by 2. As one would say, the worst lead in hockey, as Dayton just riding that thin line of whether it was offside or not, but Norkovich is going to just stop it where it is. That'll be a big save, but let's go back. Let's talk more about that Rudo goal now that we have the chance. Beautiful shot from the point. Love to see that. A really low shot, was expecting a tip. What else?
I mean, yeah, just in a good spot there. He was in the open room there on the ice, and he said, hey, let me take a shot. And that's what he did. And he picked the spot low. It looked like low on that left side of the goaltender there, and went clean in. So we'll take that, and now we just have to build on this momentum and get another one, and then get another one, and then take it to OT.
And looking forward for that, Mark Rudo going to really need that one, in a big opportunity he gets. That's his 4th goal of the season.
Big hit from Ronan there off the face-off.
Well, and Ronan and Owen been 2 physical figures. Not the only 2, but the main 2, you could say. But Ronan going to get that into the zone. Gobble to pick up the trash. Gobble gets taken down. And now we're forced on a heavy pressure, a 3-on-1. Bentley going to try to get that one in. Schulze in front, as Norkovich will make the save there.
Another dangerous play there for Dayton. Had about 3 guys there. Owen went and took the one guy, opened up the middle there for a nice clean open shot, but Mitchell was able to stand at that top of the crease there and make a nice save.
Was really reminding me of the play earlier with Gobble that we saw just on Dayton's 4th goal, but nonetheless, you gotta take it away from here, as now miscommunication will backfire here for Charlie Snyder, as he's going to, looks like they're going to say that Charlie Snyder has to go back out, or they're just, it should be that Snyder, because if it's whoever was out there, they're saying they can't change. Whoever was out there.
Delay a game here, Dan. Well, I mean, what's going on? 15 standbys bench here. Oh, and then they changed, so that's what the whole thing is about.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so he just stood right by the bench so then the other guy could go out. Well, no need, but here we go.
Well, we're back to square one, just going to get it along here. So now it goes back out. Hoover going to have the opportunity and is going to try to go, but just a bit high.
Great tip.
There was, yeah, and then here it goes. Gaeta going to try to get something. That just out to the corner. Not quite able to, and now it'll be going the other way. Mark Rudo going to try to get a back check on that one. Looks like he's able to get him to cough up the puck, but now here he'll go and wait for something a little bit more, as now that's just gone. Burns able to get a great pass and another offside for Dayton as Brett Smith tried to make a move at the line.
I mean, the refs are really eyeing those blue lines down tonight, Dan, making sure all these offsides calls are called when they need to be.
And you know, it's sometimes you get the refs that are going to turn a blind eye. That's not happening tonight, but
No.
going to happen again to Dayton. Just tried to make a deke at the line and not the right time to do that as Hoover gets knocked down from the 6-on-6 as the crowd will not be too happy about that. Higgins has it down low deep into Bowling Green territory, gets it out to Rudo. Pass to Hoover going to be just a little bit long, and now Dayton will regain their possession.
That was awesome. Folks, if you missed that, Ryan Hoover did just take a little jab at the goaltender, and I loved it.
Well, we're going to be right back for it again, and then just, well, and all right, let's slow down here.
Because a lot just happened there, Dan. A lot just happened. Now let's break it down. Goaltender Dayton's goalie's got his mask off, yelling, "Stop it. Stop it, sir."
Okay, well, Hoover had there was an interference that Hoover just got taken down. And then Hoover's going to speak his mind and try to take it out on Jacob Dold. But now here we go back for it again. We're going to have a power play for Bowling Green. Nothing called on Hoover. You got to be careful with that. Hoover could have easily gotten something, but
very easily, and that's why I'm speaking positively on that, because it didn't. If he did get that call there, then I would have said, that's not what we needed in that time there, Dan. But, I mean, he got away with it, so we'll take it. And then look, Dayton Flyers in the box, so here we go.
Well, a minute 56 as we just begin here, and the pass from Granica going out to Rudo just a little bit off key, as now we're right behind going for it again, trying to get something here. Is this one going into the corner, chasing it right back after? Federico was the one who's able to get that one down in, and we'll take it away from here. 7:29 and counting remaining in the third period as we'll get it going. It'll be a bit of a rush. Granica gets that one out to McMullen. McMullen gets it out to Higgins. Able to hold the line steady, nobody offside. As McMullen will have it, tries to get the pass out to Granica, but not quite able to. And will move along the other way as Granica now going to have the puck, able to pass it out and wide to Mark Rudo. He's taking it along the other way. And just Rudo here as Hoover gets knocked down again.
Oh!
And so is Rudo, and let's...
Oh, he's throwing gloves. That doesn't look too good here, folks. I think he might have got hit in his treasure.
Well, looks like it's more of an arm a little bit.
I'm not sure yet. Oh, well, he's getting on the feet. That's a good sign. Okay. But he does look injured.
Well,
I think it's the arm, Dan.
And, you know, there's been some health issues, and, you know, you talk about getting earlier in the year.
Yeah, exactly. You get to the end of the year this time, I mean, guys start, everything starts building up and injuries happen.
Well, it's Budai with his lower body. It's you with your knee. Mark's got pretty much everything, just trying to collect them all, but
hopefully adrenaline can help with the finish of this game for him.
And a really strong piece, especially on a power play now with a 5-on-3. You have them on defense, but the fortunate part for Bowling Green tonight, they have a deep bench. So hopefully that can translate well as C.J. Brown just going to hold on to it. You got to pass the puck, move it around a bit as Kleinow gets that dumped in. You got 5 to their 3 for the next 35 seconds, so take advantage of it while you can.
Good keeping by Hoover there.
That was a great keep in. Good to notice that as now Brown's going to have it in the corner. Heavy pressure by Declan. And that'll go right back again. Brown loses possession, and so does Hoover. Puck is cleared, though, and that one away for Charlie Snyder. So this one's going to be forced down and deep. 12 seconds now.
We only have 4 on the ice here, Dan. There we go.
Well,
Gobble comes out.
There goes Gobble, but now Brown going to have some room. Out to Gobble again, going high for the point.
There we go, baby.
Seth Gobble.
Huge goal for the Falcons. And it seemed like Dayton goaltender did not even see that puck come in. He didn't even go into his butterfly, stood standing, and it went right through his Roshekis.
So are you saying that goal was the Dayton goaltender's fault?
I wouldn't say that, but I would say we had good screening. We had good screening. If the goalie can't see the puck, Dan, there's a good chance that might go in, and that's what happened there. So if we keep, I say, the man himself who scored, Seth, let's just post him right in front of that goaltender and just keep firing away.
And Seth, 6'5", has the frame. As they'll take time to discuss this, we'll take time to discuss it up in the booth. I think you're right. It's not his fault. I mean, hockey is a man-man game.
It's a team sport.
It's a team effort. It's a team go at it. But really, 7 goals have been scored combined by Bowling Green and Dayton today, and I could patch it up to 6, if not all 7 of them, where you look at it and it's overall it's from either the defenseman being out of position or it's from a screen, and that's just another exhibit of it.
Yep, little mistakes. That's hockey. I mean, that Dayton defenseman takes one of the Falcons out of the way. Goalie gets to see it. He's maybe making that save. So just little differences like that can change the game.
Well, it looks like Dayton was arguing to get him out of the box. Maybe a miscommunication as Gobble's going to be taken off the ice here, and we're going to get that first line out with the 3 forwards, and then going to have Granica and McMullen with Hoover, Higgins, and Rudo. And looks like Hoover's going to take one to the chin, and he'll just step away. He's wiser than that. I mean, he's a big guy. He takes a lot of penalty minutes, but he knows now's not the time to be retaliating, if you will.
Exactly. And he's gotten his shots or two. He can take a shot to the chin. That's no biggie for Hoover.
Well, and it's so funny to me. I mean, I don't have the same view on the ice as you guys do, but he's always smiling. He's always just such a friendly guy off the ice, and then you just see his eyes almost turn red looking out there.
Yes, and I think it's funny. Oh, great shot by Mark there, but yep, Hoover turns into a different man when he gets on that ice. When he puts the skates on, he is a new person.
Well, here we'll go again. Higgins going to get that one out to Granica, looking for somewhere to go. Higgins going to just dump that one right back into the corner, going to keep it away there. Rudo going to wear that one on the back. It looks like Hoover's going to get knocked down away again, and Hoover's getting deep into it.
Oh, no. I was just going to say we might have had a power play there, but I don't think so anymore.
Well, and I think part of that was it was almost a straw that broke the camel's back.
Yep, seriously.
And also part of it, I think the first knock at it, Hoover was defending himself, trying to just make sure he was okay.
Yeah.
When he shoved the guy, that was just, it boiled over. Whether something was said or whether he just...
Yeah, and it seems like they're still going at it in the box here, chirping away at each other.
And I'm sure there's something we don't know about. I mean, but the crazy part is Hoover is, played against people he used to be teammates with, that he's had history with, and we didn't see anything like this. I mean, we see him with some of the guys with Indiana Tech taking pictures after the game and all smiles, but
not the same here for Dayton.
It looks like we're going to get a little Luke Federico is going to get this one away again. Played for the 14U Arrows just earlier, so Hoover did not. Has played the rest of his time at Dayton and is really just a Dayton kid. Played for the Aviators 18U AAA team. As we'll now just have another stoppage of play, and we're going to get that reset as time ran down a little bit during the Hoover penalty, but looks like he's got some water now and is just...
Seems like he's cooling off a little bit.
And only 2 minutes, though, to both of them. 5:17 remaining in regulation. Bowling Green just needs one to tie things up here and at least force overtime, as you were talking about earlier, Riley, and especially with, the seeds and the playoffs and all that. If you can try to force Dayton who's right above you, just to as few points as possible, that's going to be where the good things happen.
Look at already a correction. Granny is playing in deep, and somebody took his position. Good.
And then Higgins just going to knock that one in, takes it away back now, trying to keep that one in as Ridenour as he is able to, and we'll just take this one underneath to the corner. This looks like that number 15 is Snyder was there a bit, and then also Brett Smith, the number 26. But Liam Burns will have it now. He takes that one and just dumps it on deep. As now Austin McMullen has the puck, able to clear momentum. Back to Higgins again. Looking for somewhere. He's going to find Andrew Updike now with the puck.
Gets through him somehow. Now Dayton pushes it back into our zone. Offsides, yep, and the ref did catch it.
Well, and just been a big point of that so far today, but we'll take it away from here now. And again, Ted Scholze going to try to set a screen, but not able to, as this one going right back and away. Jackson Reed, the number 14 there, trying to get a shot, as now we have less than 4 minutes to go in regulation. 34 seconds to remain in the Hoover penalty and the Federico one as well. Gobble now has possession of it, trying to get that one deep and in. Going to get it up high, though, using the defense. Updike, though, playing more of a defense on the special team unit right now in a 4-on-4 with Owen Bentley. Scholze gets right back up, though, and we'll get set and away now. So now 3 minutes and 30 seconds as the penalties start to unravel here. 3, 2, 1, and we'll be back to full strength with 3:20 left in the period. And now Gobble going to have possession of it, looking for Hoover out wide. Puck intercepted, though, that one taken away by Reed. As now this one will have it and trying to find somewhere else. C.J. Brown getting a stick in there. Got to be careful when you're getting into it with Snyder. Just make sure you don't get a hooking or any high stick penalty like that. As Scholze clears it out of the zone, going to go right back now for Dayton. Max O'Connell has it on his stick. Able to get the pass out, a little just pass and go action between that will be for Rutherford. And so now Liam Burns now has it on his stick, looking for Filer Johnson. There he was. But this one goes out to Gata, that in front. Going to take it right back, though, intercepted by Dayton. And there's Snyder, the shot on Norkovicius. 2 minutes and 30 seconds remain in the third period. And this one will go back for it again. Patton on his stick.
Gotta get out.
Exactly, got to get that one out. Nobody behind right by Norkovicius, but the play will unravel. And
I'll
still
say it again. Gotta get it out here, Dan.
Still taking it on out as Amos now has it. It looks like he's going to try to pass in front to Filer Johnson, but not quite. Burns now going to get the pass over, and Patton using his body to keep that one in. Whether that was him just tripping or he did that on purpose, but the shot in front, trying to get that in the corner. And this one will go right back again. Conway now has it, keeps it in the zone, cleared right back and in. And no goaltender now in. Norkovicius will leave the sixth man in as Ridenour is able to try to get that one into the zone and keep it. As now Amos is battling deep. Filer Johnson going to get off the ice now, and they're going to take Hoover out there with Conway. Conway, the shot. Hoover tried to get that one in, and looks like that's going to be cleared. The hand will...
Oh no. Wow.
Go up. And a not too happy camper. Dayton squad is...
Seriously.
Well, that was just a track race going after that, and looks like the Dayton staff is going to call a timeout here. And during play, we did notice a discrepancy on our end. This is Dom Grimaldi in net for Dayton. A bit of a numerical mix-up. Hope to get that all set. He's listed on the roster as number 31. He has been number 30 tonight. But anyways, we're going to get back to it where we were. A minute 23 left in the third period. It's now or never for the Falcons.
Yeah, it is. This is the time we got to hunker down here. I mean, might take a couple of shots in front of the net. Just know it's coming. And, I mean, we got to get a dirty goal here. Some way, somehow, we got to get one in their net. So, and then we push it to OT and then figure it out once we get there. But first, we got to keep it in their zone here, keep that possession, and just go. And then, of course, don't let them get it so they can put it in the empty net there. So,
well, and here you'll go. Grimaldi currently looking for his go at it again. So far this year, he's got a 4.18 goals against average. so far this year, and a 1-3-1 record, and we'll take it away again.
And this draw here by Higgins is going to be big. And he gets it.
And you really need to get that, and then gets it away to McMullen. And they're trying to get a streak going, and then Granica, though, able to keep that one away. And then Granica, though, also going to be in huge for Bowling Green, as now we're around 65 seconds remaining in regulation. Time starting to expire on the stick of McMullen, and then Dayton just going to miss the net, just barely. And here it'll go again.
Now, because of that, Dan, the missed opportunity there on the open net. Now we really have to take advantage with 40 seconds here left.
Well, and now it'll go, going to be going out and wide was going to be Higgins, as this one's taken right back and away again, trying to find somewhere to go, but not quite. Dayton going to regain the bounce and then goes to McMullen, trying to tie it up. That one in front. As we're just continuing on here, going into the corner, going to
20 seconds here left, folks.
Well, you really need to get something. Dayton going to regain their possession and get it in, as looks like they're going to rule an icing call here. Well, it looks like the crowd getting into it, and so are the players, just really needing to get the discussions right and see what, side of it that you wanted, and where things line up just so far. You thought Dayton was going to be the clear favorites. They got that lead going, and just Bowling Green, though, showing some adversity and making it some great hockey to watch.
Now BG looks like they're taking their time out. Regroup, maybe get a plan going here.
Well, and Dayton has used theirs, so this will be the last time out of the game. And really, you got 13.4 seconds left in this period. You need to take it with what you can and just...
Exactly, you just got to push right to the net. Face-off win and shot, and then just crash that net. That's all we can do here.
And a big part of crashing the net, the two things you see a lot of today just overall is, you see the screens and you're seeing the defense, so hopefully catch the defense off guard here against Dayton, and then
just hope for the best here. Here we go.
And here you go.
Face-off win.
Well, you need that win, so now it goes right back. McLaughlin, though, getting pinned up and out. 5 seconds now remaining, as this one might go to Dayton, and then the loose puck. That's going to go, and then to McMullen, tries to get the pass, and that will be a victory for Dayton. So all for naught. The Flyers will gain the victory here. Bowling Green going to fall in an unfortunate turn of events, but Dayton will now be 6-11 on the year. They really needed that. And now
for the Falcons, against adversity, coming back, getting close, you got to see positive out of that. So they could have just, everybody could have gave up, said, we lost this game, and it could have just got out of hand. But nope, we fought back and almost took it to OT. So I thought it was a great game by the Falcons there, great game by Mitch, and I'll let you take it, Dan.
Exactly. A lot of positive, especially in that third period. Been more of a bit of a go for Bowling Green. They always seem to take that, just the first is kind of almost a lukewarm period. The second they struggled, and the third is strong. So seeing that really tonight, especially overall. But yeah, going to make it an interesting series as we go down to Dayton. That's going to be a 6:30 p.m. start tomorrow, as we will take I-75 down to Dayton, Ohio. Going to be looking forward to that. What you will say, a lot of people down in Carolina like to claim that they are the birthplace of aviation, but I think we can both agree, Dayton and ourselves included, that Ohio is the state of aviation. So
100%.
We're going to see who's will fly tomorrow. Riley, thank you so much for joining me today in the booth.
Thank you, Dan.
Ryan Shostak running the camera behind the scenes. A huge thank you to you as well. For all those at home, I'm Dan Ridenour. Thank you so much for joining us. This has been BGSU Club Hockey here on YouTube.